Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are sitting down to play with some old makeup, some of my old favorites. I'm sure that you guys have seen these videos floating around YouTube. I think Allie Glines might have been the originator of the Full Face of Nothing New video. That's basically what we're doing today. I'm just giving it my own fancy title, but I'm excited to share this one for you guys today. I really love the look that we came up with. Today we are dipping back into the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette, which I love. I've been using this for the last several days. Also dipping back into my Bare Minerals blushes, some old bronzers, great foundation, lots of good stuff here today. Before we jump into it, I want to welcome any of you that are new. I hope you'll stick around, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. I'm sure that you guys know the drill. Also, at the end of this video, I do have a bit of an announcement, something to kind of ask you guys, specifically those of you that have been subscribed to my channel for a while. Hope that you guys will stick around for that. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into my old favorites. So I've zoomed you guys in nice and close today. I'm actually using a different lens today. I have a macro lens, which I bought a long time ago when I started my business for newborn photography, but I wanted to try it out today and just see what it does for the quality of my videos. I have to be careful because macro lenses have a very extra thin focal plane, so if I move like 1/8 of an inch forward or backwards, I might go out of focus, but I don't know that I've ever posted a video that didn't have some sort of focus issue, so I thought we would try it just for fun today. You probably did not care to hear that. Starting off with foundation, we're going to dip into Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I have mine in the shades LW2 and MW2. This time of year I probably have to mix these probably about equal parts, so I usually will just take couple of swipes of each wand. Then I usually take the darker shade, this is MW2, and I kind of concentrate that more on the perimeter of my face and my hair. And today I want to try using a sponge to blend this out. So I think I actually prefer this foundation with a sponge. And I definitely have some spots today. So I'm going to take my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This one is in the shade Light 20. I'm just going to conceal a couple spots on my face. I have little pigmentation marks right here. And I have a couple of blemishes down here. And I always have, I don't know if this is acne scarring, but I'm always red kind of right here underneath my mouth area. And then for my under eyes, I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. Mine is in the color Light Nude, number 11. I kind of wish when I bought this, I would have gone just a shade darker. This works okay for me in the winter, but I am quite certain that in the summertime, this is going to be much too light for me. You'll see as I apply it, it's pretty light. I really do like this concealer. I think it's very tacky. If you haven't tried this, it's definitely a unique concealer. And you've really got to kind of work it into the skin. But if you like almost a dewy looking under eye, alright, and there we go. Let's jump into eyebrows. I hope you guys can't hear my daughter back there playing with marbles, of all things. She knows which toys are going to make the most noise. This is my IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil. Just going to kind of fill in really quickly. So I'm going to put some eyeshadow primer on, and then we're going to finish off with the face. I know that's kind of a random order, but I actually like to set my eyeshadow primer before I go in and kind of powder my face, because I also powder my eyelids at the same time. And I'm just using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Now I want to do a little bit of powdering and contouring, and then we'll kind of go back into the eyes. So today for my contour and powder, I'm picking up this oldie but goodie. I'm sure you guys have seen this floating around YouTube for the last 4 or 5 years. I really do love this thing. I think the powder is great. I love the bronzer. They are a little bit powdery. They're not super firmly pressed, so you will hit pan on these pretty quickly. So I'm going to go in first with this little e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm going to go into the powder. So I'm going to start by setting my primer in place. I'm going to take just a little bit more. Go in and make sure I don't have any creasing anywhere first, but I'm going to just kind of set my forehead just a little bit, and underneath the eyes I have just the tiniest bit of powder. And then one more time I'm going to set kind of my cheek area. And then this blemish right here just it is not cooperating today. It does not want to be covered. Now moving into the bronzer side, I'm going to take my Morphe M527 brush. And as you guys can see, I don't know if you can see that powder right there, but just barely touching my brush in there, you get a lot of powder kickback. So you definitely want to make sure that you really tap off your brush. I'm going to start just kind of applying that. Such a nice, easy to blend bronzer, but there's something about seeing all that excess powder just sitting there in the pan, knowing that it's just kind of going to go to waste, that gives me a little bit of anxiety. Even though this thing is super, super affordable, I don't like to waste all that product. Now we are going to move into eyes. So I want to try and maybe do a kind of cool toned eye look today, and I'm going to be dipping into my e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette. And I think originally I thought I was going to kind of stick with these kind of bronzy shades, but those are the shades that I am the most comfortable with. So I really want to try and maybe go over here to maybe the gray. This green and this yellow together would be so stunning, but I know I've done a green and a yellow look on my channel before. So I think that we'll try the gray look today and kind of do like a silver sort of gray look. So I'm going to start off by going into this color right here. This is the color Witty, and on my Morphe M504, I'm going to start kind of building that up right above my crease area. I really want this to be kind of widespread and round. So I'm really kind of pulling that out towards the tail of my brow and like rounding it downwards. I really do love the mattes in this palette though. They're really, really nice. The shimmers in here are very subtle shimmers. I wouldn't call them, I'd almost call them more satin finished shimmers than a very metallic shimmer. They definitely are not very metallic. So if that's what you're looking for, I don't think you will like the shimmers in this palette. But if you like your mattes, there are a lot of mattes in this palette, and the mattes are all really well formulated. I think they all blend really nicely. Just wish it had a champagne or a pink toned champagne in there. I'm going to try taking this gray shade in here. It's a very blue toned gray. We're going to kind of pop that just underneath where I just put that first shade. I'm hoping this works okay. I hope that the blue tone in it is not too strong. I'm taking my MAC 217 brush, and we're just going to kind of try putting that right below and about 2/3 of the way across the lid. Now before I go in and deepen things out on the outer corner, I want to add a little bit to the lower lash line. So I'm taking this little Luxie mini flat angled brush, and we're going to take that first color, Witty, right here, and we're going to kind of start blending that on the lower lash line. So I'm going to also take that 217 brush and add a little bit of depth. I'm going to take the color right next to this one, which is kind of a cool tone purpley brown. We're just going to deepen up that outer corner just a tiny, tiny bit, just right there. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see that okay. So now we are going to go in with what I am super excited about. So I am sure you guys have seen these around for a while. So these are the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. They're the kind of the eyeshadow pots. They remind me a lot of the ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow formula. They're a powder, but they almost have that kind of creamy consistency. I love these eyeshadows. I definitely don't use them as much as I should, but every time I use these, I wonder why I don't use them more, because they are just so incredible. So two of my favorite colors. This silver is really beautiful. I don't use silver eyeshadow super often, but if you're ever going to use a silver, this is a really nice one. This is the color Silver Sky, but probably my very favorite color of all is this one right here, which is Eternal Sunshine. It's basically just a really light, soft gold. Oh, this is so beautiful. Let me kind of swatch it for you guys. See right there? It's so pretty. This is such a beautiful, beautiful lid shade. And if you are someone that struggles with glitter or shimmer on the eyelids, if you have more texture, if you have more mature skin, more mature eyelids, and you don't want to emphasize that texture with glittery or shimmery shades, I would definitely recommend trying these out, because these have a very refined shimmer quality to them. The glitter particles in here are very, very small. They definitely don't emphasize texture the way that so many shimmers or glitters or metallic foil type of eyeshadows do. They have a much more smooth appearance to them. So if you haven't tried these out, I definitely recommend them. I think they're really fantastic. So today we're going to go in with Silver Sky, and we're just going to start in the inner corner and kind of pop that all over the lid. I'm just going to take a tiny bit on a brush. This is just that same caliber brush. It's kind of like a concealer brush. I'm going to try and just pop a tiny bit of that just right on that very inner rim right there, not in too far. Alright guys, so now I'm just kind of going around the edges, making sure everything is nice and blended. So these eyes are a little bit more glam than I was intending, but I think it's really pretty. I think because we are looking nice and dramatic, I think today I'm going to go in with a black pencil liner. I almost never do this. This is just the Urban Decay 24/7 liner. I'm going to pop this in my upper waterline, then I'm going to put a couple of coats of my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara on, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so there are the finished eyes. If you do not want to go quite so glamorous, quite so glittery, you definitely could go in a little bit more light-handed with this. Just stick to the inner corner or the inner third of the eye. Or you could even bypass this altogether and just use a highlighter on the inner corner. I think a pink-toned highlighter would be really pretty with the kind of gray matte colors underneath. Perhaps ColourPop's Smoke and Whistles or the Maybelline Molten Rose Gold highlighter is also a really good one. Now I want to move into the rest of the face, and I'm thinking because I have so many cool tones on my eyes, I want to keep the rest of my face and my lips really warm. So I'm trying to decide between two of my all-time favorite blushes. You guys know I've talked about these before. These are the Bare Minerals Gen Nude blushes. I have that peach though, which is going to be just a warm peach color, and then one of my other favorites, Let's Go Nude, which is a little bit more of like a peachy bronze color. Oh, I love these both so very much. Which one? Let's go with Let's Go Nude. I haven't used this one for a while actually, and I love this blush so much. This blush and a bronzer are a match made in heaven. They just complement each other so perfectly. And I'm going to add what's left just kind of to my forehead, just to warm it up a little bit. Yes, that was the right decision. I think that looks so, so pretty. Very happy with how that looks. Okay, let's go ahead and move into highlight. So, ooh, what old favorite highlight do I want to use today? Okay, so I'm going to reach for this one. This is Becca's Opal. So this is not that old to me. I picked this up during the holidays in one of their holiday kits, but I would say this is an old favorite product for just the beauty community in general. So we're going to go ahead and use this one today. I'm just going to grab my Luxie Precision highlighter brush, and we're just going to kind of start building that up on my cheek right here. So I actually want to keep my highlighter kind of soft because I have so much glitter on my eyes. I don't want too much highlight. Has anyone ever mentioned the smell of the Becca highlighters? I think they smell so good. It's a very subtle smell, but I'm surprised no one ever mentions it. So pretty. Let's move into the lips. So for the lips, I'm going to start off by lining my lips with the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the color 04 All Natural. And then I'm going to grab this lip gloss. This is the LA Colors High Shine Shea Butter Lip Gloss. These are really hard to find, so I found this at my Family Dollar. I really like the formula of these. It's definitely a very unique formula. These feel almost like a lip oil. They don't feel like a traditional gloss. They feel very oily in consistency. I can't explain it. I can imagine there's some people that probably would not like the feel of these because they're so unique feeling on the lips, but they're really comfortable. I love the shine that they give, and I love the way they look on the lips. By the way, this one is in the color Doll Face. Alright you guys, and this is the finished look. I really love how this one turned out. I love the warm lip and cheek combo with the cool toned silver eye. I think it's so pretty. I feel like it's a little bit more trendy. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I'm just saying that. But I just think the warmer colors just kind of balance out the cool tones on the eye. Really love how this one turned out. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing me play with some old favorites. Let me know what you guys think of any of these products. Have you tried them? Do you have them in your collection? Maybe they've been forgotten by you as well. If so, I recommend pulling them back out because they're all very good. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. As for the announcement, this is specifically for those of you that have been with my channel for a while. I mean, my channel's not that old. old. But those of you that have been around for several months, I'm sure some of you may have heard floating around YouTube that Sephora is doing a new kind of influencer program called their Sephora Squad. From my reading, my research, it sounds like they are looking for kind of up-and-coming influencers to join a group of beauty influencers for Sephora. So I'm very interested in trying this out. I don't know how good my chances are of something like this, because I know when they say someone that's up-and-coming that doesn't have millions of subscribers, they probably still hope that that person has, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers, which we're a little ways away from that. But they did say that anyone could apply, so I'm really interested in just giving it a shot. As part of the application process, they asked for recommendations from your followers or your subscribers. So if there are any of you out there that would be willing to give me a recommendation, I will include below a link that takes you to my private application page where you can write a sentence or two or three about why you think I would be a good fit for this program, maybe what you like about my channel, maybe what you like about me. Really anything that you think might help me out. I feel a little uncomfortable asking you guys to do this for me, but I also know that I have the best subscribers ever. You guys are so great. You're so supportive. So if any of you would be willing to do this for me, I would really appreciate it. If not, no worries, no pressure. Like I said, this is kind of a shot in the dark, but it's definitely one that I really want to take. So with that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that you guys have a great day or a great evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Thank you guys again for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate your guys' support. I know that there are a lot of choices out there on how you want to spend your time on YouTube. So it means so much that you guys spend it with me. Thank you guys again. I hope that you guys have a good one. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.